a second day in Singapore. For us, this was kind of a relaxing day because we're trying to edit and upload some content from our maiden voyage aboard the Disney Adventure, so that's all still happening. The first vlog is edited and uploading. This is obviously several vlogs later, but that gives you an idea of where we are with things. So we did go out for lunch in the midst of all that today. We went to one of the hawker markets. What was the name of the one over here again?
Maxwell.
Maxwell. It's the brown roofs. I don't know if I can maneuver in a way where you guys can see this, but there's some tan roofs in here, I think right there. Some short little tan roofs with skylights. That's where we went. You found a place that had vegan banh mi and summer rolls. Yeah. I ended up having Hainanese chicken because that's that's the national dish. I didn't go to there was one place that had like a line with 30 or 40 people, which I'm sure is the most famous place to get it in that market. But there was another place that had 2 or 3 people in line. I was like, I don't want to be here all afternoon. So I did that. It was very, very good. The rice was the highlight, actually. A little sweetness to it. Very, very pleasant. And I like the soup broth too. The chicken was good. Nothing crazy. Actually, I like the Hainanese chicken we had on the cruise better than the one from the actual market in Singapore. Don't let anyone hear me, but that was the thing. And then after that, we were looking for something sweet, and there was a place called, one of the stands called Mr. Appam. And Appam, I guess, is a type of, is it an Indian pancake? Did we figure that out?
Yeah, a South Indian. South
Indian pancake. And what is it made with?
Fermented rice batter and coconut milk.
Fermented rice batter and coconut milk. It was spectacular. We got 2 of these for $4. They were giant. I love that they came with a little bit of orange sugar and coconut shavings, and you throw that in with each bite. They were really, really perfect sweet treat. And then we went to a stand that had soy-based coffees and such, and other milk teas and boba teas and etc.
And we got to carry our coffee or our teas around like a purse.
Yes. The other weird thing here is drinks are carried. Drink carriers are just like plastic bags with holes in them that have handles, and that's how you carry the drinks around. Look, I'm one of the cool kids carrying my soy milk by a plastic handle. Oh, you too have a plastic handle for your soy milk. Cool. You got watermelon soy milk?
Yeah.
And I got soy milk with pearls. But I got what's essentially a boba milk tea, but made with soy. That was really good. And you had essentially like a watermelon kind of slush drink.
Yeah, it was still like soy milk with like fresh watermelon juice, I guess, and then blended.
Yeah. Yours was super refreshing.
So good.
And mine was, it was good. It was definitely different from a regular milk tea, but I thought it was still very good. So that was our lunch this afternoon. We came back and finished editing and uploading a lot of things we needed to do. And now we several weeks ago, we booked a reservation for tonight at a place called C'est La Vie. C'est La Vie is located at the Marina Bay Sands. Now, when we booked that, we did not know that this Disney drone and fireworks show was happening these 3 days. We didn't know there was a thing. They're now offering a package, though, not at the... We have a reservation at the restaurant. They're offering a package at their bar.
Yeah, they have a bar, and they also have like a club/lounge seating.
Yeah.
And the walk-in is $38 cover charge, which includes 1 drink. And if you wanted a table, a non-guaranteed sofa, 2 hours, no minimum spend.
Non-guaranteed sofa?
And that's only during the day. If you wanted one at night, it's $400 for 2 guests.
$400 for 2 guests at a sofa.
And then $200 per additional adult.
And $200 per additional adult.
That are right at the edge.
They're at the edge, yeah.
So that's what you're guaranteeing that you can see.
We may not really have a view of the show tonight. Either way, we saw it last night. I know I saw it through this camera, but either way we saw it. Maybe we'll at least get a peek at it from here. But we're booked on the restaurant side. Again, we booked this before we knew any of this was happening. And so we're going to at least have some drinks and some food up at this restaurant. And I think we might come back and change into comfy clothes and then explore the city a little bit through the evening. But that's the plan for now. So off we go to Marina Bay Sands once more. These are the couches that are available for tonight. What a view they're going to have. So it was pricey, but that's going to be incredible. What a view of the skyline in general. So this is the bar part. We're not dining here. We're going to be in the restaurant portion. But holy cow, look at that. Famously, the pool is up here on the roof. I'm shocked. Like, the weather's not... it's windy and a little hazy, but it's still warm out. Like, it's still good pool weather. I'm pretty amazed that there's not more people in the pool. But look, that's the edge of the building there. And then the skyline out here. All right, so here's how this is working. You get access to this patio out here by dining here, but unfortunately people ate here earlier and now just camped for hours on the ledge. You can see them all hanging out there. So there's no space left there, so we're really not going to see this from here. At that point we're like, it's windy tonight, let's just pick the inside dining, which is just this covered area. And so we're probably not going to see it, but we're going to have a nice night, enjoy dinner here, and enjoy this view of the city. Yeah, we'll go peek out. I don't know how much we'll see, but I don't want people to keep watching and think, oh, I can't wait to see what the drones look like from up there, because we may not see them. You can see some fireworks from here, but that's all we're seeing. Umbrella and fireworks. Saw the top of drones here for a second, but that was it. There's the top of the alien. That would have been cool to be right there. It's too bad we paid more than that.
I want to say that those aren't even people that had the bars.
No.
I think those are all just people that got the skyline park access.
Correct.
Because they're all in sweat.
And we have worse access.
Yep. And everybody in the bar is still dressed pretty nicely.
We got pretty hosed. It's cool to see fireworks with the skyline though, from this height. So this was filled with people that paid like $38 to come up here. We paid a lot of money to eat and drink up here, several $100s in fact, and we have to stay behind this divider, and even now when it's empty, we still have to be set back here. It's pretty silly, but it's a beautiful view. Something we didn't talk about while we were at C'est La Vie is the food and drink. Our cocktails were excellent. My Singapore sling was very good. Food was very good. Just incredibly overpriced, but it comes with the territory. You're on the premier structure in the entire city with the premier view, and that's really what you're paying for. That being said, I think there were cheaper options with better views typically than the restaurant side. I would probably just go to the bar and lounge side or buy the tickets that just allow you to go up top and look out. That would be a cheaper way to have the same view that we had. I don't think you need to dine up here. Even though the food was very good, it just was not worth the price. Typically try to find one weird convenience store item in every new country. And there wasn't a huge selection downstairs that was, foreign enough to what we have at home, but I did find something Disney related that was weird. It's mini floss pops, handcrafted from premium whole hind leg pork. Each mini floss pop is packed with rich, meaty goodness. We've added crispy cereal bits for that extra satisfying crunch, creating the perfect balance of texture and flavor in every bite. Amazingly delicious and delightfully addictive. It's a perfect snack for any time of day. Well, it's going to be this time of day because we're packing back up, and this is a large box. There is a gift in here, a mini pouch of one of three designs, which is characters on a nut, characters on an apple, or characters on a banana. Nothing says pork snack like nut, apple, or banana. We got the nut. Chippendale on the peanut. It's actually really cute. It's huge. I didn't think it was that big. There they are. On their peanut. The emojis on a peanut. So this is the key ring, has a little leaf coming out of it. And then there's hidden Mickeys on, well, somewhat hidden Mickeys. There's a Mickey there, and there's also a Mickey on the back of the peanut with rubber. Food with souvenirs, not typically a thing in American convenience or grocery stores anymore. Most of the box was that, and not the food. Oh, they're weird. That's cereal and pork, all right. It's cornflake ground up with pork. So it definitely has that saltiness of the pork, and then, you can get the flavor of a cornflake. They're actually really good. Give these a 6 out of 7. Would somewhat recommend. It's so weird. Well, they are real peanutty. Maybe it's like a peanut flake of some kind. I don't know what the cereals are here, but oh no, soy and wheat. No, soy and wheat. Multigrain cereal. Sugar, palm oil, soy sauce. Oh, there's soy sauce in there. That might be some of that flavor, which has soybean, yeah. Right. It's a little earthy, definitely salty from the pork, but overall, they're pretty good. Singapore obviously is humid and rainy. And so what we're finding is most sidewalks, if not all sidewalks, have a covered portion, which is more than I could say for Florida. The Supreme Court of Singapore definitely has a UFO on the roof. pretty wild. Uniqlo in Singapore has not only exclusive Disney clothing, but exclusive Disney clothing that is cruise related. So Mickey and Minnie are in captain hats in front of the Marina Bay Sands on this one. There's all different ones. So there's the the Jewel Chengy with Donald and Mickey. Yeah. Very cool.
Mickey with the Merlion.
Yeah, the Merlion. The Lion City. Is that the name? Is that their nickname? I didn't know that.
I guess so.
These are so cute. What is it? Oh, cute. I love these. Of course, this is Uniqlo. Not only Uniqlo, but Uniqlo in Asia, so I really can't fit in anything. Look at this one. Oh. Is there something on the back of this one? No, this one's just got the little Mickey and Merlion icon. Not recorded for vlog purposes. We did do a bit of exploration throughout the city, and that did bring us to a lunch spot called the Zuzu Turkish and Mediterranean Restaurant, which was a little pricey, but the portions, it turns out, were absolutely ginormous. So it wasn't a bad deal in the end, but maybe just a bad deal if you're only 2 people. Look at the that's Rosanna for comparison. Look at the size of this bread. She also can't have the bread. There's dairy in it, but this looks really good. We came to examine some more Epcot-ish buildings, or maybe the modern Epcot that should have been, and on the way we discovered another Disney Cruise Line installation. We are now on the roof of the Performing Arts Center, which has a phenomenal view. Oh, there's a rooftop bar and restaurant, like everything else here on the Performing Arts Center. So really great view. Wow. I mean, these are very cool buildings. Oh, there's the Merlion. There he is. You get pretty much right near the water here and see the Merlion. Now we're going to ask you to do some channel hopping, as our journeys brought us to Sentosa Island in Singapore, and one of our last 2 Universal theme parks we needed to visit, which was Universal Studios Singapore. That entire vlog series is already available and is uploaded to the Universal Parks News Today channel. Meanwhile, back on this channel, we're going to have our continuing series with our trip to Hong Kong, Rosanna's first visit to Hong Kong Disneyland, our further adventures in Beijing for our last Universal theme park, a little bit of Japan, and last but not least, Shanghai and Shanghai Disneyland. So stay tuned for all of that, and if you enjoyed this part, please hit the like button, please subscribe for more, and we'll see you real soon.